rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Jayhawks offense will go to work first. And now coming out is Willie Rodriguez. He's coming off a game in which he grabbed 8 passes and scored twice. Tells to run, wants to pass. Right side, it's Rodriguez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room, it's Dupree. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Grab behind the line. It's Sims. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
He breaks a tackle. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Let's talk for a second about Kansas. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
So Colorado's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the guy that is a surgeon in this attack. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites for the Heisman Trophy. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Makes the catch. It's Bowie. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
See some running room. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. He's at the 30. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
The Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback signaling to his guy. From the red zone, it's Henderson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Anderson wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's right. Breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down immediately.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking for the edge. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
What a
great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling. And
oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
The big fellow laying out. Look at that body control, using all that muscle, all that strength to lay out and make the big catch for his team.
The option, the keeper. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Long way to go on second down. Pulls it again on the option. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. On the ground, it's Bellamy. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. After the run, now to throw. Turns it upfield. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. They'll move the wide receiver. Running to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeps it moving, it's Henderson. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Keeps it on the ground. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have to leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Colorado! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unleashes one. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Gives it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have.
Makes the grab in their space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Out wide left, it's Rodriguez. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, The defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Quick give. It's Haynes. Gain of 2 on the play. Sets up 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Hits inside, it's Clinton. And he's brought down after a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Trying to squeak through the pile. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this 3rd down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On target over the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Driving forward, it's Welch. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Second down to the air. Out wide right, it's Gibson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. Needs it. Touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
And the Jayhawks want to move quickly.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Fights off a defender. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. Look out! Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. To the back. Looking for a crease. Turning it on! Touchdown Jayhawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Looking for room. It's Welsh. He's got enough. finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to go up top on second down. Left side is Bowie.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the shotgun on third down. Right side, it's Gibson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Needs it here on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. Follows his blocks. It's Welch. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 7 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's LSU coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Boulder. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
The Jayhawks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Just smothered on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback changing the play.
Sweep.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Out wide right, it's Gibson. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Got some green grass. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Clinton. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned, and that's two runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Cuts it upfield. It's Welsh. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. On the return, it's Parker. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Keeps it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Turns it upfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. And the Jayhawks are in the hurry-up.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back-to-back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
On the run, it's Dupree. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Jayhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
And I like the way the QB just did that right there, man. You spread everybody sideline to sideline. You see it's man coverage. You got your running back in the slot. You like that matchup. He wins. That is great job identifying the defense, knowing what they're in, and getting the ball to your playmaker, and he delivers for him.
Trying to run, it's Dupree. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Running it to the right. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
On the move, it's Bellamy. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the right. There's some room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Out wide right, it's Gibson. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he's in, pounding his way in for a score. Touchdown, Colorado! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Dupree. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Anderson will throw. Right side, it's Dupree. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Pulls it. The option, he'll keep it. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now the pitch. There's a crease. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. And the Jayhawks in the hurry up. Running inside, it's Haynes. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, gonna throw it. That's caught. It's Sims. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And as we start the fourth quarter, they'll try to knock three through the uprights. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Buffalo sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game on the left. Enough to move the chains. Could be an alley. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Buffaloes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Using his legs, it's Welch. Brings into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clinton. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to...
Touchdown, Bucks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out wide right, it's Sims. Snags it, and there's running room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's right. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down. And the Jayhawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the option. The pitch. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you roll. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can all...
Touchdown, Kansas! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
2nd down, going to throw it. Makes the grab. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Hits the hole. It's Henderson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
The handoff. Got the 1st down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W. Now he's looking to throw it.
Short pass. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Run in the red zone, it's Welch. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Churns into the pile. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front. How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Mason. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. Anderson will throw. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Motion from the wideout. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Line getting set on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Gonna look downfield again. Caught. Sweet cut there. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Anderson wants to throw. Caught. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Turns up, it's Dupree. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On play action. Fires left. Rolls it in. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. 2nd and long here. Going for 6 right there.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. Right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And this offense has another opportunity to...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. He's loose at the 15. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.